Good evening, city planners. My name is Brian. I just picked up City Skylines a month or two ago. I know the second one's coming out soon, but I've spent about 16 hours a day for the past 2 months straight playing this game. I thought maybe I'd share what I've learned. Right now, I am starting a new city. This is the Diamond Coast map from the vanilla. I have a ton of mods, most of which we'll be using. I'll try to link what I have in the list below, but for the purposes of this video, it's not that important. When I first start a map, what I like to do is get a big picture item and plan the whole thing from the start. Of course, plans never survive first contact with the enemy. However, I think it's a good idea, and I'm going to show you how I do it. The first thing I do is load up the map in a new game with the unlock everything and unlimited money mods, so that what I can do is take a broad look and see what we're looking at. So there's a couple things that I look for. One, I want to know where my transportation infrastructure is. So I see highway connections across the north side of the map. I see a rail connection. We got here, and then it goes up that way, and then it goes all the way to this way. So again, on the north side of the map, we look at our, let's see, we got plains going in purple across the top half and the middle of the map. And then we have a ship connection down at the bottom. I look for all of these things when I'm playing a map. I want a ship connection, I want airway, and I want highway. Of course, every map comes with highway, and I want rail. All of them are important, and so if a map doesn't have all of them, I'm not playing that map. The other thing that we're going to look at is the natural resources. I do have the Industries DLC, so this will be important. I see that we have plenty of forest, and honestly that's easy enough to get wherever we want. Just plant a lot of trees. We have coal over here and over here. And we have barely arable land. And we have a tiny bit of oil up at the top here. So given that this is our starting tile, we'll probably want to head north a little bit for the oil. We'll want to head southeast a little bit for this coal. I think this coal is going to be out of reach. And then we have forest right in our starting tile, which is nice. And honestly, we'll probably end up farming up here or here. Because this is our starting tile, we're mostly going to turn this into a downtown area, I think. So what I'm going to do is, well, let's look at the terrain too. So if we limit ourselves to 9 tiles, we're mostly going to be working in this area. I like to maximize the coastline and access to infrastructure. So I'm not going to worry too much about these mountains here. I don't think that they're going to present an issue. And the rest of this is, I think this is flat enough that I probably won't even have to worry about leveling terrain. So what I'll do is I'll grab a screenshot of this screen here. I'll grab a screenshot of this screen here. And we'll grab a screenshot of this screen here. Can't really see the rail, but I can just kind of remember where it is and then eyeball it. So one thing that we can look at while we're on this screen, while we're still in game, is what tiles we're going to get. So I generally stop playing City at around 130, 200,000 because it starts to slow down and I'm too impatient to sit there and watch a game crawl by at that kind of speed. So we can limit ourselves to 9 tiles. That way you don't have to worry about the 81 tiles mod. So we're starting here, and I like coastlines. I'll probably get this one here. We need access to this exchange up here because I don't like that in-game T. We're going to want access to this exchange here, this interchange, because the in-game cloverleaf is terrible and we're going to get traffic. What was our resources again? Okay, so we had a lot of oil up here, and I believe we had access to trains up here. So let's grab this tile here. And then, again, to maximize coastline, I like this tile here. I like this tile here, just to be able to expand our infrastructure a little bit. And then, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just grab these two tiles over here. So then this will be our plan for the city. This will be as far as we'll expand. This gives us the ship access down here. It gives us the air access going across here. It gives us highway access, and it gives us rail and oil access up here. And then we're going to exit out of this and go into our favorite photo editing software and make up a plan. Alright, so I've loaded all my screenshots into GIMP, or GIMP. I've kind of merged them all together into one. And you can see I've highlighted our transportation infrastructure. So again, we have ships on the bottom, we have aircraft going across the middle, we have our rail system going across the top, and then we have a bit of a spider web of a highway system. Down here is our starting tile. So I think the easiest thing to do is we need access to the rail system. So we're probably going to go up here with it. And we need access to down here and over here. So we'll probably go down here with the highway. And then we do have these tiles over here, so we're going to go down here, and I think it'd be super fun to have a long bridge, so I'm probably going to make a connection over here. I know there's an asset on the workshop that I've been eyeing, the world's longest bridge span from Japan. Maybe we'll get a look at that closer. And then if we have, let's see, these are what tiles we're going to get. So normally what I'd do is I'd like to take this highway up here, but I don't think that we're going to have, we're not going to be able to make that connection here. We don't have the tile. So I might just leave the highway there. Do we have... Ooh, we barely have this over here, so we'll probably end up moving this much closer to the coast than I would like, but something along the lines of that, and just skirt the edge of the tiles we have. Considering all of this, I think we'll probably bring the rail yard So let's consider, so I mainly use the rail for industry. I don't really like the rail for passengers because the metro is, it carries more passengers faster as far as I'm concerned. So let's look at the industries first. I do have the industries DLC. So let's see. This is our starting tile. So honestly, forestry is probably going to be our first industry. So we're going to have forestry here. What is going on? I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong layer. All right, so industry here, forest, and then I'm going to want access to the railway. So we're probably going to expand north first, which means farming access. So we'll put farming. I'm going to put farming here, so it's on the opposite side of the freeway from the forestry. And then that means that we can get oil here, where there's a lot of it. So again, we're going to go with our freeway. And we're going to freeway up here. And then it's going to go down here. And what did we say? It was over here. And if we can, we'll scoot a connection over this way. And then coal is down here. So we're probably not going to get that for a while. But we're going to pencil it in just in case. So we have our 4 major industries there. So that means our railway, we'll probably just bring it right along the highway. I think this side of it makes more sense to me. So we'll bring it down like this, and honestly, let's scoot it over this way. And we're going to put a harbor right there. A harbor with train. So we'll make a connection here. We'll make the connection here. We'll make the cargo terminal, is what I'm saying, here and here. And then what we can do is we'll put a intercity train station right here for the Sims. Again, I don't like using the rail for passenger service, but intercity trains bring a lot of people, which means our commercial zones are happy. And talking about intercity travel, I think we can put a harbor on either side. Okay, I'm getting an idea. I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the harbor on this side. And then we'll make this like the leisure tourist capital. We'll put a bunch of casinos there so that the harbor guys will get off there and have tourist attractions. I think since this is our starting tile, we're probably going to be putting industry probably right here. So it'll share, it's on this side of the highway, and it'll share the cargo terminal with the forestry. And I think that means we'll put our downtown here. So this will be our prime downtown area. I'm going to be using the realistic population mod, so we'll need way more residential than we will industrial, and commercial will just be sprinkled in along the main streets as needed. I don't need a whole commercial district. So then we'll use up the good coastline here for another downtown, and down here as well. Coast land is good land value, so it's great for high density residential. And spot it along here too, depending on how far down we get. Am I going to get that far down? Yeah, okay. So this will be our commercial district, or our leisure district, with some residential spotted in. And then we can do the rest of it as suburbs. So like around here, be some nice suburb area. All this will support the industry. Then we'll have more suburbia over here. Maybe we'll start to get a downtown. I don't know, depends on how we feel. And then more suburbia up here. And this probably will expand the downtown over here too. Because I know we're going to get this exchange, so maybe more suburbia up here. Or downtown, that's coastland. So then, what else do we need? The airport. So the airline goes through here. And we also have an interchange for the highway and the railway. So I'm thinking airport here. So we'll make a big area here that will be passenger and cargo because we have the rail here. So that'll be important for all the industry to get their cargo off by air. And then university campus with university DLC. Large flat area here. I don't necessarily need all these suburbs, but suburbs make a good college town. So maybe we'll put a big old campus area here with lots of varsity sports. And one of the secrets is that you can stretch the campus zone. So maybe we'll put a satellite campus in these areas. Maybe here. What you can do is you zone the whole area as campus, and then you delete these bits that connect it. So all of this is one campus area. So these guys and these guys don't have to travel up here and clog up your roads and rail. And they still count towards getting this leveled up to prestigious university. And I think that's enough to get a really good town going. So this will be our plan going forward. I'll try and make this screenshot available for you in the comments below, as well as the mod list that I'll be using. Follow for more. We'll see you later.